And actually, with that, it looks like we are going to go live here with the game finally. Clarity hailing from Europe, going up against Begrip of Russia, I should say. And yeah, as soon as they decide to move out safe from, actually, they just limited the slots down, so no one else can join the server, thankfully. And yeah, there's the actual Nico. Okay, so he was aliasing up and he was just screwing around with them. So the real Nico is actually in here now, so we are good to go. And yeah, it just looks like ironing out the last few things. We are right up, though. I doubt the SI are going to attack, though. So, I mean, coming into this game battle, who did you think was going to win? Or are you too busy drinking a beer?
I haven't really got the definition of... Well, not really the definition, but I haven't really got a determination. Excuse me, my house is going crazy. That's why I've been quiet.
Oh, I see. Alright, I'll take it away for now, then. And yeah, it just looks like bot, tech, bot. I don't know what that means.
Oh, for crying out loud. I knew it would happen.
I didn't get kicked.
I did.
Alright, so extrovert probably got kicked too. Make sure you rejoin really fast, battle. So they just decided to go ahead and kick all specs, and out they're all gone. But you, unfortunately, weren't rated up as a caster, so that actually kicked you back some. But you are back in. You're the first one to connect. We do have Team Clarity here pushing out of the safe from here. First stack coming in, 2 hunters with the smoker, boomer. We're going to win. 2 hunters do land. 100 intercepts the smoke guy, and then the boomer manages to latch itself onto Zoe there for a brief amount of damage. And that's why we'll continue the way up here. Once again, guys, you are watching the Rotoblin Cup number 3. And it is being run on the config Rotoblin, which is a old config from Left 4 Dead 1. Basically, it limits everything back down to the way that Left 4 Dead 1 was played. 1 smoker for each attack, 1 boomer, and 2 hunters. That's the standard, at least. But quad caps are a definite possibility, and we have the first tank up, actually.
And I assume we do not have war rooms for these tanks either.
No, we do not.
Well, tank is up in the hands of Begrip fell, and looks like the boom is going to go out on 1 survivor, just a single boom for now. Tank is going to punt his Honda in. It's in a pretty good place. I mean, it hasn't fallen on the other side of the bridge. Second car is coming in, which is going to dislodge the first one. And it looks like Tank is kind of struggling a bit with it, but it looks like he's going to leave it down down in the ravine. So that's a pretty good sign. Survivors do try to push forward. Tank will have a car there to sort of cover himself. A second car has been pushed in towards the safe room. Survivors just lining up back there, clearing out some of these common that are trailing in from the initial boom. And it looks like we are going to see 2 hunters and a smoker for the SI attack. We've got 1 hunter coming in for a damage bounce at the moment. He's jumped up right in the skybox. Second hunter coming in. 1 hunter is going to get skeeted. Second hunter does land. Smoker pole goes out. Smoker pole landing for a little bit of damage. Not, extensive. 6 points damage is all we're going to get out of that, but it's a distraction. Unfortunately, though, Tank unable to land a rock. It was indeed skeeted by Rugby. And it looks like we're just going to see the traditional setup here of the tank sort of hanging back, avoiding old chip, and just belting rocks for a while. But of course, one thing to mention as well is the shotguns have sort of been modified to resemble the Left 4 Dead 1 pumps in more of a way that the spread is a bit more defined. So they do a lot of damage, and they do shred tank. We do have a boomer getting popped. A hunter is spawned up. There's a smoker trailing behind one of the cars as well. Unfortunately, not a hittable car. Survivors are going to try and push forward. Smoker's going to get taken out. Tank's going to go for his car right back at the safe room, but he did have a car in the ravine, and he's put that car in a pretty bad spot as well. He's still on first pass though, 75% frustration. I mean, he's not in too much danger of losing at the moment, but it looks like he might actually have to commit here without any cars at all. Unless the survivors stay in this area for a bit longer, which looks kind of like what they're going to do. Tank is going to instantly commit though. Goes for the initial jump rock, and he is going to land it. Nice curve rock on Bill. Oh, a punch on top of that. Ooh, Bill's so lucky. He catches the ladder on the way down, which results in him not getting in cap. Tank does get a follow-up rock on another survivor. Bill is separated, and there is a car down there. Tank really needs to capitalize on that as fast as he can, because he's got all the survivors in his back. They're drilling him, and he is dead.
Indeed, really well taken there by Team Clarity, actually. Shutting down that tank, they did very well with the positioning as well. They noticed that once that tank in the hands of Begrip actually started moving towards the safe and put all his cars back there as well, they had a pretty clear run to actually just push up the ladder in front of them, and there were no more cars actually for the tank to play with up top. So a little bit of mistake there on Begrip's part, and Clarity capitalizing all over it.
Well, they are having the next hit coming up. It is going to be the traditional tri-cap with Boom, 2 hunters and a smoker for cap and support. First hunter has spawned up in front of the survivors, as is the smoker. Smoker does get a pull. Hunter is going to get skeeted. Second hunter getting skeeted. Smoker getting picked, and the boomer gets popped before he gets a chance to really do anything. So that's another attack dealt with. Survivors are probably only going to have to take one more hit at this point before they hit safe room.
Indeed. The thing with that pass attack, though, and this is something that everyone watching should pay attention to, you're normally going to see the boomer go in first or last, depending on how the attack actually decides to, I don't know, how it decides to actually go in, because if the boomer dies first or last, you actually end up with a quad cap, which would be 3 hunters and 1 smoker. And as you see right here, the
which
attack
is coming in right now.
2 hunters landing, a smoker pole landing, but 1 hunter did get clear, so that's going to nullify the quad cap entirely. And we will see Clarity playing that attack very quickly there and moving the way into the safe room. And they're going to make it with actually a pretty nice health bonus, actually, for the first map here. It'll be a 596 health bonus with the 400 distance, going to give him a total score of 996. Unless it adds the witch. Well, it's not going to add the witch because there's no witch bonus in Rotoblin. So we will see the map switch here, the sides switch over, and we will see Begrip over on the survivor half, with obviously over on the SI being Clarity.
Well, it's a pretty solid start for Clarity. I mean, one cannot argue with a 600 bonus off the first map. And of course, this tank is in a pretty dangerous spot as well. I mean, these early tanks, you just have that ability to go, you know, 1 lucky car hit is all you need, and you destroy bonus, and you have the potential to land that tri-cap. Also, we're going to see a quick ready up going up. Opening hit for the SI is going to be the tri-cap with Boom, Smoker Hunter, and a second Hunter as well. So, we got the potential hit for some early damage pounces. But I don't know, I mean, without the melees as well, I do like the Boomer going first here, because it takes you back more to the left head 1 tactic, so, you know, get one person completely clamoured with Horde, and then try and cap the rest of them for some big damage. We are going to see a Boomer rocket in though. He's going to get a Boom in on 1 survivor. We do have 1 Hunter pre-spawned in the tree line, there's a Smoker pursuing him as well, and another Hunter positioned for a damage pounce on top of the cliff. It looks like we might be going for a tri-cap on tank commit, because I don't think they're going to have the quad cap before they trigger the tank spawn.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see more boomers going first, as you were saying, because it does make more sense, actually. If you have the boomer going last, then it's kind of nullifying the boomer entirely. Like, he's probably not going to get much, especially if he has to die last. But we have that coming in here, though. 2 hunters landing on the ladder there, and Hunter getting repass up top, with the Hunter still latched on 1 survivors down there at the bottom. Tank is pushing his car right into the survivors, but they're going to quickly retreat off the bridge and off the ladders. Tank hitting the car over the bridge, almost in-capping Bill there. Incredibly close to hitting Bill, actually. And this tank, once again, going to be in the hands of Nico for Team Clarity. And I have a feeling we're going to see quite a differently played tank here. He's probably going to push right in if any of the boomers land. So we'll see him move his cars in here. Let's go ahead and switch over to his POV and see him work this car up the hill, if he can. This is actually quite a difficult task to actually do.
Yeah, well, he does get the car up on top of the bridge as well. And it isn't going to fall down to the side. But one thing I have noticed as well is that as things currently stand, Zoe's taking more damage herself than it looks like Team Clarity managed to take as a team the previous round. So that's not a great start, unfortunately, for Team Begrip. But let's see what they can do with this. I mean, this tank is kind of easy to rail if you can avoid the tank, avoid the cars, or the initial car hits in anyway. But I mean, one thing we saw from the previous match on this config was, you know, one team holding back in the safe room for such a long time, and there was so many damage bounces land. Bill really close there to catching a rock as well, unable to skeet it, and landed very close to his toes.
Even Zoe there on the brink of actually catching one of those rocks. And it should be noted that Zoe's actually bleeding from that first hit that came out on the ladder there at the top of the highway. And the attack coming in here, there's Smoker getting shut down immediately, Hunter getting skeeted, another Hunter getting skeeted out of there by Bill. Really well taken there by Team Begrip. And Nico's still tossing some rocks here, down to 5,800 HP, and the survivors actually get a little aggressive here. They know that just like the other tank did, they push the cars all up in front here, but Nico has a car right here, going to swing it towards the survivors, but misses completely. Has another car there, throwing it over the same car, but nothing connecting just yet. But Francis is separated here, and that could be actually a very bad sign here for the survivors. Francis ends up getting pulled, Boom spawning out the tree line, missing all his Boom, but one car does connect onto Francis as he gets hit by a Boom as well. Cars flying into the woods all around the survivors, tanking one punch out onto Zoe, and Nico's just playing with his car, gonna get the kill onto Francis as well. So Begrip already down to 3 players and 1 set of pills left to their names. So
yeah,
they have
down to 3 players. They've taken a massive hit to their bonus, and that person that did get in-capped as well, and subsequently killed, he was full bonus. So that's a massive chunk again off bonus. I mean, it makes things a lot easier for Clarity, who are going to get a boomer. They are going to land a single boomer on 1 survivor. Wouldn't be surprised to see the tank just hang back here, though. He's down to 237 HP. Hunters are coming in. 25 damage pounds landing on one survivor. Second hunter landing. No damage pounds, but just a bit of a distraction. Very good skeet on the rock. Just about to in-cap Zoe. But as you said, one set of pills left. Zoe is going to have to chug them. I don't know, if you're in Begrip's position here, what do? You try and kill this do you just try and run it? Or do you take the risk of staying here? But Zoe is going to catch another rock, which is going to make her slow, and they have no more pills to feed her.
Yeah, if I were them, actually, before I ate that rock, if I was them, I probably would have said push, but this car's actually going to get hit forward a little bit. Actually, Tank's having a little bit hard time getting that car hit, and he's actually going to die for his pain of trying to hit that car. And that's going to still leave 3 survivors up here, and they are boomed, but they're going to be able to clear that horde and continue moving forward here very shortly. Lewis getting a little bit of help there from Bill and Zoe. Unfortunately, Francis did die, and I don't think there were any pills. Actually, Zoe found a set of pills. So Francis did have a set of pills still on him, actually. So that's going to be a little of a godsend there for Zoe. She is slow, and without those pills, she'd be slow for the rest of the map, pretty much. But Boomer spawning up on top of the ladder, gets a double boom. Smoker almost doing a pull onto Bill that would have caused him to lose all of his permanent health, pretty much. It's almost an in-cap pull. Hunter landing on Lewis on top of the ladder there, getting boomed off. Nice triple proxy as well. 2 Hunters working their way in, working together, but 1 Hunter gets killed off, and there's still 1 on this mountainside, landing onto Lewis in the back. And that's going to put Lewis on the brink of going down there. Common blocking Lewis. He fell off the ladder while in-capped.
Lewis getting pulled off, getting in-cap, and then just like face planting the concrete below. But that's another chunk of bonus gone, another down. Bill is holding like all of what's left of the bonus, but with 2 survivors on the brink of, well, one of them slow, one of them on the brink of being slow. It doesn't look too good for Begrip. There's a great deal more coordination as the single boom goes out on Zoe. Up in the front, there is a Hunter jumping around, Smoker in the back. Smoker gets a pull, Hunter does get skeeted. Second Hunter comes in and once again gets skeeted. Smoker is still alive, but his tunnel is just getting repetitively cut. And he's going to get like an instant pull though on Bill, who gets a bit overzealous and goes too close. Sacrificing a lot of bonus. Zoe is horribly boomed in the corner. And Bill takes about 40 damage, or sorry, about 30 damage from that smoke. Just destroying his bonus and putting him as equally slow as the rest of his teammates. Now this is going to be bit of a fight, I feel, for Begrip. You do have 1 Hunter pre-spawned just to the left of the survivors in a little, I guess it's a little doorway. Rest of the attack is coming up. They do have 3 Hunters. Looks like they're going straight for that tri-cap. They're all coming in now. We got 1 Hunter landing, 2 Hunter landing, tri-cap lands, and that's the wipe.
Indeed, so really well played there by Clarity, getting the first kill with the tank and the car, and then quickly moving in with the 3 Hunters to wipe them up inside the beginning of the tunnel here. So they're going to take a pretty early lead here, actually, going into the second map here. They're going to have around an 800-point differential, 815 points, actually, exactly. So we'll see what what team Begrip can do here to catch up here in the later rounds. And it's all got to start with landing a quad cap or wiping with a tank. And I mean, wiping with a tank isn't as easy in this. I mean, you will see them running all wooden shotguns, because I don't actually believe that there's any chromes to be had. Because there was only a wooden shotgun in Left 4 Dead 1. But with that being said, we will be going to the second map here. And I should also mention, as you did before, the wooden pump shotgun is a lot more powerful than the original Left 4 Dead 2 shotgun. It's quite beefy.
Well, the one thing I've noticed thus far in the game anyway is there seems to be a great deal of coordination. I'd say superior coordination. I don't mean to sound a bit too pessimistic, but from Team Clarity here, they seem to have their hits a lot more in sync. They seem to be landing those big damage pounces and importantly getting them booms as well, which is preventing progress with the survivors. And their tank was pretty damn well coordinated. I mean, even in the middle of 4 survivors, he was, he took a considerable amount of damage, but he was still able to get off some damage as well and get that first kill. But the round is going to go live. Opening hit, tri-cap with boom. Both Hunters and the Smoker look like they're near enough position to go from all opposite corners. Long range boom is not going to land though. 1 Hunter is going to get skeeted. Smoker is going to get picked. Boomer does get picked before he gets anything. And that's going to be a pretty damn solid shutdown by Clarity.
Indeed, it looks like Lewis might have crashed. No, he's going to start moving again, so he's okay. I thought maybe his game crashed there and his teammates didn't even notice because they were already out of the pipe up ahead. But they did take note and they slowed up just a little bit and were probably yelling at him and mumbled to hurry up. And
Donut too.
All the donuts all around. And we will see actually survivors coming up to a witch here. We're going to first person spectate and see who is actually going to go for this kind of try to hop over them really fast as they go for it. But this witch is
quick,
kind of...
spectate the shotgun player.
Very clever. But we have Lewis actually run up and grabbing it really fast. Unfortunately, I was too busy rolling my eyes at battle. Attack is coming in there. Hunter got skeeted. Smoker got a brief pull before getting shut down. Gets another quick pull onto Rugby, but just as quickly shut down. All the Hunters got absolutely destroyed there by the shotguns of Team Clarity. And they will trigger the event and proceed to make their way back into the tunnel behind them, which is really a safe place to take the event. But we saw actually a quad cap happening here in the last match.
We did indeed. It's one of those situations that teams forget. I mean, with the quad cap, because of just the ability for the stumbles and quick get in by the SI as well, but we do see two Hunters coming in from the front. One is going to get skeeted, second is going to get skeeted. There is a boomer and a smoker, but I think at this point they're just going to hold out and wait. But we still have, after 3 attacks, 3 full attacks, 4 donuts for the special infected on Begrip, which is not good.
Yeah, that's pretty bad at this point, actually. They should have at least a little bit of chip on us. It's nothing like a bleed territory, but unfortunately they haven't been able to hit that barrier just yet. And yeah, so we'll see them push their way up. Tank should be up momentarily. Another attack coming in there. Smoker having a quick pull on to Lewis in their back. But the other SI are really slow to actually come in here, though. Hunter pouncing around, not finding anything just yet. And he just pounced straight up and down, pretty much. The other Hunter pouncing in front of the survivors. And maybe that was just a sack for a quad, because the boomer did die last.
It's 3 points and the tank is moments away from spawn, and they should be able to see that themselves because they do have obviously the ability to type in, boss and see where the tank is. So they're not going to get their quad cap, but the tank is up in the hands of Express. Survivors are going to clear out the rest of these common, but there's still quite a bit of it trailing in. But as I was about to say before the attack went in, because of the changes to map 4, in the mind the tank is going to roll straight in anyway. Tank looking to try and get the corner in on Bill or Lewis, but they're both out of there pretty damn quick. But there is still some common trading around. The pull has gone out on one survivor. There's a Hunter jumping around. The Hunters have been dealt with. The tank does have a corner. Oh no, tank loses his corner, unfortunately. That is going to back up Lewis into another corner, but the tank is already dead. See about 3-4 punches maybe going out from the tank, and that's going to be him dealt with.
Indeed, so really quickly dispatched there by Team Clarity is the tank of Begrip. And yeah, that tank got absolutely pulverized upon pushing in there. Clarity just playing their spots, shutting down the SI as well as they could, getting a couple skeets there in the beginning. And the tank really had nothing to work with. He even lost the corner off of Francis, unfortunately. Boomer going in from the front here, lands on Francis, though. Hunter landing onto Lewis as well. And this second Hunter got dead stopped there, gets dead stopped again, and then shut down there by Bill very quickly. And that could possibly be the last attack if Clarity moves pretty fast here. And it looks like they got a little bit held up there on the column, but they quick climb the ladder, and they should be able to make the safe room with barely any of the attack coming up.
They should. The SI will definitely get one more full hit, and whether it all comes in together is another story. But looks like we are going to see a trike out with Boom. We do see a double Boom landing. Pull does go out, and 2 Hunters coming in. First Hunter gets skeeted. Second Hunter does land momentarily, but gets cleared extremely quickly. The Smoker Pull goes out once again. He gets cleared instantly. He gets taken out. That is going to be safe room for Team Clarity, and they are going to make it with a pretty respectable 756 bonus. So 2,200 points after 2 campaigns, pretty solid position to be in. Map 4, I'd like to say, is a bit easier on the survivors now, because as in Left 4 Dead 1, once the forklift has been pressed and the event triggered, the survivors can actually back up to the rear end of the street, and it does actually stop the horde. I believe in Left 4 Dead 1, this event was not like a full rush event with an endless horde. It was just a sort of holdout, and the horde doesn't actually kick back in until the survivors reach about, I'd like to say, about 50% of the rush event itself. But the round is going to go live. We do have 2 Hunters, Smoker, and that Boomer. We didn't see anything land here after the first hit last time, but we are going to see a single boom going out this time. First Hunter looks like he's ready to go in, but he's chipped down pretty heavily. 1 Hunter does land, second Hunter lands. We do have a momentary tri-cap. A lot of damage going in from that smoke though, and the first initial pound. So already, I think we see more damage going out on the first attack from Team Clarity than we saw in, was it 4, maybe 5 attacks?
Yeah, definitely at least 5. Yeah, so Clarity definitely on the ball right now with their SI attacks and their survivor play as well. They're doing very, very well in this matchup, actually. I expected it to be a little bit closer than this, but Clarity immediately pulling way out of the gates. And now they come up to the Witch here. Second attack of the game. And we have 1 Hunter already pre-spawned there behind the Witch in the corner. There's also Smoker, Boomer, and another Hunter. And Boomer going not finding anything, unfortunately. And they could go with a draw count on the Witch here. I believe that they haven't fixed the shotgun damage just yet, so the shotgun still does a massive amount of damage. There goes Zoe, though, grabbing that quick crown out onto the Witch before getting pounced by the Hunter that was in the corner. And the rest of the SI attack kind of digging its claws in there a little bit, but really not gathering that much. Just a little bit of chip here and there, and they're going to go ahead and set off that event.
Yeah, it's one of the things that some people kind of overlook when it comes to looking at a config like Roto is, yes, you're always going to have like a tri-cap with every attack near enough, but at the same time, it's hunters and smokers. So if they're going to get cleared quick, they're not going to get any damage at all, and as a result, the survivors can pretty much power through the map with very little resistance other than the common. That's why you need them booms, and if you can get the opportunity for it, you need these tri-caps and these quads. We do see the boomer getting one though. We do see 2 hunters landing, 1 hunter getting skeeted. But they've all been cleared pretty quickly. We might see a proxy on another survivor, but the boomer is going to get pushed away because he's huge and he gets popped.
Because he's huge.
Like, yeah, man.
And yeah, that'll
follow
be
that bitch around with a tuba.
Just like Family Guy, Stewie with Chris.
Yeah, I've been sending that to Sawing all day in the hopes that he'll feel bad about his weight and do something about it.
And yeah, that'll be about the end of the event. A little bit residual horde here trickling in from all around the survivors. And it looks like we're going to have a quad cap. We're going to swing here. 3 hunters from the front tunnel. 1 smoker does land on it. Francis here. 2 hunters land. 1 hunter doesn't clear though. So that will nullify the chance of that quad ever happening. But Smoke grabs another repull onto Francis, dropping him down to the ground floor. There will be a little bit of fall damage accompanied by that common and smoker damage. So Francis being forced into that red zone, going to have to pop a set of pills.
Well, they are going to push forward and trigger this tank. There is still some horde trickling in, but they seem pretty confident they're going to be able to take it out before the tank arrives, excuse me. And we do see a single boom landing out on Zoe in the front, which is going to call a little bit more horde. But there's a hunter in hot pursuit, and the hunter is going to land an 8 damage pound on the wrong target, but he does get a damage pound, so that's important. Tank is up in the hands of Jaguar. He is now repositioning for some rock. I guess the good thing about this is because it's such a left-handed one base config, no one runs a bloody SMG anymore, so as a tank you can pretty much stand as far away as you want and just belt rocks forever.
True, true. And also, I remember the SMGs of left-handed one being actually a lot more powerful as well. I wonder if they actually went ahead and buffed the SMG as well, or was it just the shotgun they paid attention to, because everyone was going to run that.
Just the shotgun, I imagine.
Really? I remember the Uzi being incredibly powerful in left-handed one. But Tank pushes his way in there, once again, in the hands of Jaguar for Team Clarity. And he's going to go ahead and push the survivors off of the top, lead him down into the water here. Going to go ahead and look for the corner onto Bill, does find it, hits him against the wall once, twice. Gonna be an easy incap for him, and the SIR also on the other side as well. Boomer landing on the Francis, Smoker grabbing the pull on the Zoe. And it looks like that will be the end of the SI attack here. Tank still has 1300 HP though, landing a rock onto Lewis, punching Francis back off the ladder. And Jaguar not done just yet. Horde still all over the survivors. Bill eating a rock to the face and getting incapped. And Jaguar will go ahead and back out up into the tunnel's hub.
Survivors get a bit overzealous there and pushing into an area that they really didn't need to be pushed into, as a result catching, what, 2 rocks and 2 tank punches out of it. Pretty solid tank by Jaguar there. He gets a full incap, he gets a lot of damage spread, and there's still SI hits going in with 2 survivors boom. The Smoker and Hunter have been cleared though, but Bill's taking quite a pounding from that horde, so they need to pick him up pretty damn quick and make them move. But the positive thing is they survived the tank with all 4 survivors intact. They've dealt with the witch, dealt with the tank. It's just survived now, but we are going to see a boomer going in from behind, getting us a booming on 1 survivor, being Bill. A hunter has pre-spawned behind, and there's 2 hunters pre-spawned behind and 1 up in front. The hunter in front does indeed land on Zoe and gets a lot of damage in before getting cleared. The 2 in the rear, unfortunately, getting taken out, but I think they served their purpose as a pretty adequate distraction, so the 3rd hunter could get that damage in. And with no sets of pills, that's 1 survivor slow. 2 survivors slow now. And the other 2 getting very close to that level as well.
Indeed. So Team Begrip might actually be able to make the safe run, unlike they did on the first map. But we will see. They still have about 1 more attack here, depending on how well they take it to actually make it the safe room afterwards. But we're going to have a 2-1-1, obviously. Boomer Smoker with 2 hunters. Attack coming in. Nice double boom landing. Hunter getting skied immediately. There's still 1 more hunter up in the air. Lands a 25 onto Bill, immediately incapping him. And that boom's going to go drop and get another double proxy out onto Francis and Bill, drawing in a little bit more horde here onto the down survivor. And we'll see, they might actually take 1 more hit here, depending on how fast they get Bill up. Yeah, they're definitely going to take another hit. Actually, spawns are coming up already.
Well, the dangerous thing about this is a good area for hunters to get their damage pounds. Zoe's now going to go down as well to another ninja scratch from a hunter. Bill is black and white. By the time they get the pickup on her, 1 damage pound to 25 is going to kill Bill. And here comes that damage pound. It falls a little bit short, but we do see a double cap landing in the back. 2 survivors boom. We do see Bill currently getting choked to death by a smoker, and he is going to die as a result of that. Too slow on the clears. Still the boom going out. 2 survivors down now. Just with the 1 survivor up being Lewis, but he's got a lot of common trailing him. He's got no melee, so he's just kind of stuck getting pounded. And he might actually get taken out by this final hunter before he gets to that safe room. It's going to be close. He's going for it. He gets caught. That's the wipe.
Indeed, he does. Begrip on the brink of making the save room, but that 1 hit when they come outside the windows was just too much for them. In-capping Bill, slowing them down, and then the deaths start raining in. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Zoe got in-capped, and then Francis died. It just really went to hell in a handbasket. But with that, we will be moving over to the 3rd map of Death Toll. And once again, clarity will be on the survivors to kick things off here. And they have a pretty commanding lead, actually, now. It's going to be 1,603 points. So they're actually really pulling away here.
I was getting yelled at to find out when I'm playing an Unreal Tournament plug, which will be directly after this game. I knew I should have fixed my OBS so I could actually stream that shit, but oh well, I can wait until the weekend or tomorrow or later on or something.
Just keep putting it off. It'll fix itself. Well, you don't have to actually fix it, right? You have to actually just reinstall it and, like, make the scenes?
I need to reinstall it, make the scenes, reconfigure it all. Round is going live, however.
Indeed.
We are going to see clarity pushing out the safe room. We do have 2 hunters pre-spawned on the roof behind. We have 1 smoker behind the box car. Where's that boomer? 1 hunter is going to get skeeted, though. The boomer is coming in now. Smoker clear instantly goes out, I should say. Another hunter goes in, gets taken out. Smoker gets a repull. Boom gets a double boom, but I fear it's a little bit too late. He did that last, however, so there's a potential for a tri-cap here. There is a witch just ahead of the survivors. It looks like Zoe is going to go straight for it. Nope, Zoe is not going to go for it. Lewis gets the draw crown and dead, and the witch goes down. Bill's kind of stuck by himself at the back here. The rest of his team have kind of just said, you know, get lost. Oh, Francis has gone back for him, but could have been particularly dangerous here. But we are going to, in fact, see that Sorry, it is a quad cap, so we do have the smoker and 3 hunters. Oh, they triggered a bit early. Smoker does get a pull, but that could be cleared from range. 2nd hunter lands just as the smoker clear goes out, but we do see 1 hunter getting skeeted. The other 2 do land, but they get cleared relatively quickly. The smoker has managed to save himself, so he's just going to run to holy hell and hide in the tree.
Yeah,
Where's his tank?
Razor is giving chase on the smoker. He wants to get that kill on the smoker so he can't actually pull them off of the train up top. But they do finally get the kill. He comes back over the fence for them. And now Razor has to run all the way back around. The SI spawns are coming up here, so there will be 2 hunters and a boomer looking to capitalize onto Razor here as he is in the back and all alone. But his team does fall back to help him. And it looks like they're going to send this in. 2 hunters and a boomer. They don't have that 4th up just yet. 2 seconds away from actually getting a spawn. And actually, they're going to give the drop to Team Clarity here. Not even attack, not even any contestation.
Well, I'm surprised, actually, but looks like we are going to see a boomer going in. He's not going to get anything, though, unfortunately. 2 hunters and a smoker in hot pursuit of these survivors. 1 hunter getting skeeted, 2 hunters getting skeeted. Just the smoker left up once again. He gets a pull, but he's going to get followed and taken out with a point-blank shotgun shot to the face. Tank has been triggered, however. It's up in the hands of Grips, or Grizz. We'll call him Grizz. Tank is going to go for the traditional Honda. Survivors look like they're going to go all the way back. We might see them hold that back behind the tram car, but it looks like they're going to go on top of the tram and all the way back to the starting area. A boomer does spawn below them, however, but does not get anything before getting popped. We do see a single hunter coming in. He's going to get skeeted. There is another hunter up in Ghost, which is on top of the building, just behind the survivors, but he's just going to hold out, wait for the rest of his team, and wait for the tank to get a bit closer. Tank is still... Has he lost his Honda? Yeah, Tank has indeed lost his Honda. No me gusta. Survivors are going to the watchtower. This will be it for this. But with the modification to the shotgun spread, I'm all for rooming Tank. But it looks like the survivors are just going to go all balls out aggressive on this Tank. Boomer spawns up behind him, but he's too far away. He's not going to get anything as a result. Tank does get 1 good curve rock in on Bill. Looks for the follow-up punch, gets it on Francis, but the tank is already dead.
Indeed, I don't know what the SI were really doing. They were just kind of waiting for that tri-cap to actually spawn up, but the boomer went in, and then the tank was already committed as well. So they didn't really ever have that chance to actually get the tri-cap that they wanted, unfortunately. So I don't really know what Begrip was trying to pull there, but Clarity not falling for it. The moment they saw that the tank was all alone, the other SI weren't committing, they just turned their full attention to the tank and killed them off. I mean, a bit of damage done. Razor, Nico taking a little bit of damage there. Boomer going out to build here, though, and they do have that tri-cap ready. Smoker's tongue breaking on one of the railings in the back there. 100 does land on Lewis. Smoker re-grabbing Lewis, as he is only SI back up, or left up, I should say. And that will be the attack cleared, but Lewis does have to run back around. And there should be one SI up here very shortly.
I think they may have been a bit overzealous with how they've modified the shotgun.
Yeah, I think the shotgun might be a little too buff.
Let's stick to the room.
Yeah, it would appear so, because I mean, I'm all for rooming a tank with 4 shotguns, but these tanks in the wide open areas are getting absolutely obliterated. Another attack does go in, 2 hunters do land, but they get cleared very quickly. Smoker pull once again goes out, instantly cleared near enough. Just Bill dealing with some calm. He does, however, have to commit a set of pills because he did get forced down to slow. But the survivors still sitting pretty in terms of health bonus. And it looks like they are going to... I'm not even going to bother looking there. Bill is going to go in and look for pills. And he doesn't find any. Or is there any extra sets of pills lying around, actually? I don't think there is, because it's L4D2 1, isn't it?
I think the reason...
4.
I mean, even if they did... Well, let's call this attack first. But Smoker going to pull in there on the back onto Bill. Man, 200's coming in as well. Not finding anything, though. Immediately shut down by Bill and Francis in tow. And, yeah, as I was saying, I think the reason why the shotguns are so powerful in this, like, they seem even more powerful than the L4D2 ones. I don't know if they took into account the reload time. Like, the L4D2 1 reload between each shots was actually pretty devastating. It was almost a full second where you had to actually pump the shotgun to actually fire again. And this reload's a lot quicker. It seems like it's like maybe a little more than a half second. So, I mean, you're actually putting out a lot more damage because you can actually get more bullets. And I don't know if they took that into account.
Spread modification is always something which is kind of finicky to mess around with. From my own experimentation with it, when we were working on the early versions of EQ, we were able to crown a tank. It was pretty amusing. As right, we'll mess around with the modification. We'll see what we get in terms of damage, because you've got to account for the damage of each individual pellet. So even though you change the spread, you actually change the pellets as well in terms of their damage. But we do see an attack going in here. Hunter is jumping around. One hunter does land. Second hunter just gets stuck on a tombstone. Rather ironic considering he got shot in the face and then died. But we do see the rest of the attack getting cleared near enough flawlessly. Event has been triggered. We've got another sort of 2 attacks to take here from the SI. No spitter to worry about. No charger to worry about. So at this point they're just kind of sitting pretty, even though the separation is pretty massive. Bill all the way back at the ambulance. But, I mean, health bonus, still looking great. They're on form for another sort of 600 bonus at this point. We do have the full hit up. It is going to be a tri-cap. 3 hunters this time, so they can get in a lot faster, but these boomers are having a lot of problems landing. We do see a hunter landing on 1 survivor, though. Gets a couple of scratches in on Zoe. Second hunter does land on Lewis. And the third hunter desperately trying to land on Francis. He does land, but it's too late. The rest of the attack has been cleared. The boomer's been popped. And the survivors are rushing towards that safe room door. They are actually going to have to contest with the SI that spawns inside, which is usually a boomer, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, but, I know in L4D2 1 it's normally a boomer. It has a chance to be a smoker, though. Hunter's really rare. I haven't seen that many hunters ever spawn on the side of the safe room from my memory. And yeah, they're going to change his position over to the church here. Smoker does get a pull on the back on Francis, though, and the Hunter's looking to intercept here. They do have a nice double cap happening with the Hunters now. One Hunter does land on another Hunter looking for a pounce. He does land on Lewis, but quickly cleared off. And the Boomer landing onto Lewis there, so that will funnel the rest of the event comment onto him. But they will be all walked away into the safe room, and as I said, actually, Hunter's the next one that spawns up in the safe room. The one I least likely am to see. I see here. And yeah, they'll walk away in the safe room.
528 bonus once again. The lowest bonus we've seen here is like, was it 496?
Wait, what was the...
Or was 520 the lowest bonus we've seen thus far from coming out from Team Clarity?
Yeah, I think it was around 520.
Oh dear. So, well, in terms of points, they're looking golden. 3,380 points currently. So it's going to be a bit of an ask here for our Russian friends in Begrip to sort of forge a solid comeback to this. I mean, at this rate, they're going to have to wipe them with every tank. I mean, this tank itself spawns pretty late at 60%. So, I mean, we are going to see the survivors readying up. Round has gone live. We are going to see a boomer going in straight away. He's going to get popped, though, in 0.5 seconds. So, poor fat man. Smoker has spawned up as well behind the, some white sort of fuel canister or something. One hunter is going to get skeeted. Second hunter got taken out as well. And it's just the smoker left. And looks like he's just going to go for a despawn. They do draw the witch. She does bump right past Francis, but she gets shot in the back of the head by Bill. I think Zoe drew the witch, and Bill just walked behind her and shot her in the back of the head, and that was her dealt with.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a team effort there, but really well played by them. Quickly dispatching the witch, and now they will make their way up to a little choke here. I'm just watching the hunter do a little bit of a wall kick here. Oh, going for a huge GP. Not going to find a target, though. If anyone was standing there, that would have been a 25 damage out of doubt. Hunter landing in the back. Smoking getting a pull on Lewis as well, who was the closest to clearing Zoe. Hunter in the front getting skeeted there by Francis, I believe, and the smoke actually just getting cleared. So a good amount of damage going out onto Zoe and Lewis there with that attack. And we will see Lewis actually have to backpedal here and make his way back up towards the choke. But he's actually running back forward. I'm not too sure.
Look at Francis and Bill, though. There's a lot of separation going on here, and the hit is up. Yeah, we do have one hunter spawned in front and a boomer in the back. Hunter in the front does land. He is pounced. His cover is boomed. Second hunter is going to go in on that. There's a third hunter going in the back. There's a tri-cap landed. There's a lot of damage going out. That's going to be at least 2 dead survivors.
Yeah, this is most definitely going to result with Francis and Bill dying here. I don't see a single way that Lewis can actually make it here in time to actually clear them. I mean, that was huge separation. That was really? You think it's going to happen?
Possibly, yeah. It's just one survivor left up. 2 survivors dead. There was 2 hunters up at one point, but now there's just 1 hunter left. But Lewis is heroing it at the moment. But we do see a boom going out on the down Zoe, so there's 1 survivor up in Lewis. He's just going to bail for his teammate. He's just running for it.
I mean, there's not really much that you can do at this point. I mean, that was just a really bad call there by Begrip. Unfortunately, they decided, let's just split up here. The attack just went in. But the spawn times are 12 seconds, and there's that pounce landing out on the Lewis that will be the round sealer. And that was just, I think they misjudged the spawn time because there's only 12 seconds between spawn timers in this version of Rotoblin. I mean, it's a lot shorter than 16.
Even if their intention was to go back, which I assume it was, that's still such a risky play. I mean, it took them quite a while to clear the initial attack as they were crossing. So, I mean, when one survivor fell down and had to go all the way around, the call should have been, okay, hold up. We're going to have to take another attack before we trigger tank, but I'd rather take that attack as a 4 instead of run off as a 2 and, result in a wipe. So it's a pretty disheartening end to that round for Begrip, I'd say, but that's down, unfortunately, to personal error. I mean, I don't know who made that call. I deeply question it, but I could see it coming as soon as they started separating in that 2-2 format.
Yeah, so a little bit of an unfortunate call there by Begrip. And as you said, I don't know who called it, but it was definitely not the right call or one that actually was going to help them in the long run, obviously. And yeah, we'll see the first attack coming in here. The Stars push out of safe room. Hunter does land at Francis, but quickly cleared off by his teammates. I mean, I have to say, this match might be a little lopsided here, but Clarity is looking pretty good. They're moving very fast. They're staying together as a group. They're getting a bunch of skeets on the Hunters. And their SI is pretty on point as well. They get a lot of damage in pre-tank. And then their tanks do work. I mean, they definitely also capitalize on what they're given, as we saw in that last half. So Clarity is looking really good coming into this tournament here. And I mean, as a bunch of old X left out of 1 players, I'd expect nothing less, really. But we do have another attack to try and make its way in here, though. But the survivors are not wasting any time. The attack, actually, majority of it spawned behind them. So they have to play catch-up right now. And the survivors, 1 hunter goes in, gets skidded. Another hunter getting skidded as well. Smoker instantly shut down before his pull can even fully connect on the Francis. And Boomer as well, spawning by the back. Everything's spawning in the back. And Begrip it really just seems like Begrip's not holding it together now. They're just falling apart.
They seem to have fallen apart considerably. I mean, we haven't even seen them on Survivor yet, but their SI leaves a lot to be desired for.
Indeed, and we'll see the Witch go ahead and quickly be dispatched by Bill there. And that will be no points, but a pretty much free pass here to hit that crescendo and get it started here. Once again, this crescendo is not an ongoing crescendo. It does actually stop at some point. So we just have to hold out.
Anyway, because there's going to be a tank involved in this, because we haven't seen a tank yet.
Alright, true. We're going to have an event tank. Well, the hordes are going to be dead already, but that's not the point.
Yeah, the Horde does respawn itself, but I mean, even in Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2 configs, as long as there's a tank in play, if you go back far enough for after triggering an event, as you usually see with the event tank on Parish 2, it does stop. We do see a 21 damage pound landing on one survivor, second hunter coming in, but he is going to manage to get his land, not the damage pound. Smoker pole gets cleared very quickly once again. And so I was just going to hold out here. The rest of the Horde, looks like that's the last of it coming in now.
I'm reloading.
Actually, wait, no, I lied, because I was just looking too far forward. Most of the Horde is coming in from these windows. 83% tank. It's no good. No good indeed, and that puts a massive dampener on any hope, I think, of Begrip being able to forge a comeback on this map. We do see a boomer spawning up though. It is going to get a boomer on one survivor. There's the hunter coming in for a damage bounce. He's not going to land it, but he does land the pound. Quite a bit of damage going in on Lewis here. But Zoe does get the clears on her teammates, and poor Bill is getting ripped to shreds by that hunter. No one's clearing it.
Yeah,
and
Bill.
as a result, he takes about 90 damage from that.
Indeed, Razor taking a bunch of damage from that hunt. Really nice hunter there, and really good separation as well cover on the other SI's halves. And yeah, so we'll see 3 hunters land there. Quite a bit of damage going out onto Cyrus. Probably the biggest hit that we've seen Begrip actually get this entire match thus far. And this is leading in the tank here, so they have Razor bleeding. Jaguar on the brink of going slow here. He's at about 48 HP. Let me turn my spell out, and actually, Boomer goes in there, gets skidded. Hunter landing on the back, everything else getting shut down. Actually, Smoker does get that pull. I thought Francis would shut him down quick. But tank does come up nonetheless in the hands of PN here for Team Begrip. And yeah, let's see what he has in store for us. It looks like he's probably going to try and rotate behind the survivors or onto the catwalk from the looks of it.
Well, it looks like he wants to get on top of that roof and get behind the survivors. Boomer does go in there, but gets popped in 0.7 seconds by Razor. And Tank is in a pretty bad place at the moment. He can't really catch any sight. Survivors are right below him, but I mean, if he has to walk down this little alleyway with all 4 survivors in front of him with shotguns, he is going to get absolutely shredded. There is a hunter jumping around above the survivors, but I don't think they're too concerned with that at the moment. Tank has fallen down to the street, and it looks like he's going back to the roof. Indecisive. Tank is down to his second pass. He's only taking about 100 chips, though, so oh shit. See what I mean?
Yeah, that was 270 damage right there from that shot. I mean, each of those shots are doing like 270 damage. Look at his health. He's already down to 4K off of 2 shotguns.
This is dumb. I'm sorry.
I think something changed, and I don't think the config would have been pushed out like that. Like, they're doing 270 damage a shot to the tank. Like, actually just looking at his health counter, I was blown away. But yeah, tank not getting anything there. SI got more than him, I think. And yeah, Boomer going in, landing a nice double boom after rocketing in there. And that will slow down Team Clarity just a little bit here as the SI are making the way in as well. Hunter spawning up, and it will be another Hunter with a Smoker as well, obviously. And yeah, attack coming in here, 16 damage GP landing. Smoker's tongue getting broken in the back. Hunter landing for a brief pounce as well. But that will be the entire attack up and over with, and Clarity yet again making their 4th safe room of the match. And this is a really nice shelf that I'm in.
Yeah, they do get a 400 bonus off that, give them a total campaign score of just shy of 4,500 points at 4,496. So, I think it's safe to say GG at this point. I don't see Begrip being able to make it back either morally or mathematically. But yeah, I think the shotguns are a bit over-modified, I'd like to say. I mean, 280 damage per shot to a tank. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that left the 1 shotguns didn't do that much. They did like 130 or something per shot. Like, that is just an astronomical amount of damage. But we have the first deck coming in, though. And once again, Clarity over on your SI side. Hunter looking for the pounce inside the safe room. Lands the pounce inside the safe room. That's going to be a big problem for Team Begrip here as they make their way back up to the safe room. Looking for that clear on the Francis. Do grab it, but not after close to 50 damage has been done to Fell of Team Begrip. And he's taking quite a hit right here.
Yeah, well, they've already opened up with 1 solid attack. They do. Well, actually, I was about to say we have a quad cap with 2 smokers, but it's actually you on my spec card. We do have a tri cap. We have 2 hunters and a smoker. We are going to see the boomer going in. He's not going to get anything though. We do have 1 hunter pre-spawned in the front, 1 in the rear. We do have the smoker in front. Misses the instant pull, but the hunter's going to capitalize on that and does get the landing. Hunter landing in the back as well, causing no stumble thanks to Francis jumping just as the hunter landed. But the survivors do manage to push through this little area, and it looks like they're going to take one more attack before they go up onto the white van and up into this room. So, you know, if they continue moving at this pace, you'd probably see about 3 more attacks, but we do see a nice double boom going out. Survivors, once again, they were separating a bit too dangerously. There is a smoker up looking for that pull on Zoe, who was sort of on top of the semi-truck, which could have been bad if they got the pull off. Without anyone carrying SMGs, I mean, those long-range crates, you know, kind of pretty pivotal in this. If you don't get them off, then, you know, someone can take a lot of damage, as we saw with Bill in the previous round, taking about 90 damage from a hunter, which was only about 30 foot away. We are seeing the attack going in, though. We do see one hunter getting skated, 2 hunters landing. Not too much damage going in, but damage is damage at this point. If they can force pills to be committed prior to tank, then it puts them in a great position to just waddle in, even with the ridiculous shotgun damage, and get some work done. Because one thing we've seen from all of Team Clarity's tanks thus far is that they have been getting the damage and spreading it well. If not getting the wipes, and just spreading that love across all 4 survivors and just forcing them to commit their pills a lot earlier than they'd like to initially do. But the event has been triggered, the attack has just been cleared. Razor is unfortunately still carrying a donut thus far. But as for everyone else, you know, they've done pretty much what you expect in terms of damage. I mean, without the charge spit, you don't really see the amount of damage going in on Left 4 Dead 1 based configs or Left 4 Dead 1 based games as you do on Left 4 Dead 2. So that's always something to take into consideration.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 1 is, well, Rotoblin in specific is really about laying that quad cap or a nice tri cap. That's where you see the damage come out. But no attack commander though. Nice double cap landing with that hunter and smoker. Boomer also landing out into the pulled guy who actually took a while to get cleared there. So Lewis taking a bunch of damage, dropping him down into the 40 range, and he's on the brink of going slow actually, along with Fell. So that's going to be.
We're definitely going to see. Carry on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that one comment actually did connect with Lewis there, setting him down into yellow, so he's got a set of pills here to actually stay fast with his team. Fell is the next survivor looking to go slow here. Pretty much 2 scratches from a hunter will actually do just that to him. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see the hunters just go for pounce or a slap, or if I could say M2s, I'd be really happy right now. But yeah, I guess you could call them slashers or claws too. But we have a nice quad cap looking to come in here. The 100 did get skated, smoker pulled in the back. And these 2 hunters just finding nothing up front here. Francis just giving them a face full of buckshot. And yeah, Begrip making the way to the tank.
Tank is up in the hands of Rugby. And it looks like the survivors are going to go back, it seems. I'm not too sure about this call. I think at this point I'd rather just stay up front, force the tank to come to his little alleyway and just mince him with the overpowered shotgun. But they are going to back up and they're going to walk right into a double boom as a result. There's a Honda flying in, almost hits 2 survivors. Smoker pull does get cleared. The tank is in hot pursuit, but look at the amount of damage one person is putting in on the tank. You're getting like 1,000 damage. And someone's actually picked up an SMG.
Yeah, I was going to say before, there's actually an SMG on the field here. I think they're trying out the SMG now just to see how much damage it does. It seems like the weapons are a little bit too buff. Something's different about it, whether it's the rate of fire of the guns, that could honestly be the problem here. Because I know the SMG in Left 4 Dead 1 was also slower. But beautiful car hit there by Rugby onto Lewis, wrapping her around the tree, getting the hit on him. Hits the Nedler car out onto Francis. That's 2 incaps going for the wipe here. And he goes in and jukes out Bill, makes him come back in, has a car right here, eats the car, and with the hunter on Zoe, that will seal the deal. Beautiful tank there by Rugby, and barely any SI support.
Well, the GGs go out. Final campaign scores thus far. Team Clarity 4,496 points. Begrip's 1,455. Pretty convincing and solid victory for Team Clarity in that game. But I think more so noticeably in this game than the previous game we casted, the shotgun seems to do a fair amount of damage, and that SMG, that single SMG, was more like a fucking AK-47 in terms of the damage that it was putting out. So that's kind of concerning to see. But nonetheless, congratulations to Team Clarity, commiserations to Team Begrip.
Indeed, that I was really surprised actually watching that.